to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Badgers will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will start this game off with the football. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, bro.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's golden. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never grow broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the ground with the back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The Cornhuskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his big tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. This crowd knows when to bring it. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak, and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Nebraska!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays, and so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game, Jesse?
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, in one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun. It's not really fun for this quarterback right now either with this dude rushing.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Sneaks it in.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point was good.
14, Wisconsin, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw, it's Tuggle. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Completes it in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
He'll throw on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Toppin. Spins away from the defender. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Grabs over the middle. It's fired. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Badgers are marching down the field. Makes the grab. It's Meyer. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. They're trailing by 10 to Wake Forest. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pushes ahead for two. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, putting in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver positions.
There he goes! Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Anderson with the carry. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Badgers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down the field and execute.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to throw, it's Tuggle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Husker! There's still plenty of time here, but huge momentum on their side.
Huge momentum. Way to get out the gates early. Early in the game to get up a couple scores, that is a beautiful thing. Takes the pressure off, puts the pressure immediately on the other side of the football. What a start.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out fast.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. He is complete. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the bat. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, he makes the catch. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle, it's Golden. Brought down at the 31, it is a 1st down. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down. Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of...
Turning it on! Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Tuggle. Caught over the middle. It's Klein. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Anderson with the carry. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, you're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Oh, he dropped it! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Got room to work. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Huskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Using the quick game. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down here, probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
To give to the big fullback. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Jefferson with the carry. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
How about the coverage by the defense? It's almost like they knew they were running a curl route, sitting on the route, doing a good job of seeing the quarterback, breaking on the football. This defense is dialed in to no matter what you throw at him.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here we go, set. Looking to throw. It's Tuggle. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Brings into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Snagged in the middle. It's Klein. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Tuggle. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And some room to work. There he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because 1st down he got sacked, 2nd in California. He's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the 1st down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this 3rd down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He'll try the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. On the move is the 30. He's loose on the run, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nebraska! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by 12 over Wake Forest. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll...
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Back to throw, it's Tuggle. Got it in the middle, it's Myers. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton.
Unleashes one deep. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
That is a perfectly executed onside kick. Great job by the kicker, making sure the ball goes 10 yards, and then how about the kicking team diving on top of that ball?
Gets the back moving. Going right to work up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Anderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Tuggle. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. With the catch, it's Toppin. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in easily enough for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Anderson with the carry. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to it. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And the Badgers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they'll try to tack on 2. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
And a decent game there before the defense makes a stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion.